We confuse constant connection with intimacy, rapid responses with care. But Jung's concept of individuation requires the opposite: sacred isolation, where you rebuild independent of external noise. This isn't about hiding. It's about creating internal space where your true voice can emerge without others drowning it out. People accustomed to your availability will resist this. Their discomfort isn't your responsibility. Consider the physical aspect. Each time you override your need for quiet, answering that text when exhausted, suppressing irritation during draining conversation, you deplete your psychic energy reserves. Silence conserves these resources. It's the psychological equivalent of closing unnecessary apps running in your mental background. The energy you reclaim becomes fuel for your own growth rather than others' demands. This kind of silence feels unnatural at first because we're conditioned to equate worth with visibility. But there's profound strength in selective engagement. Maybe you don't attend every argument you're invited to. Maybe you let someone's passive-aggressive comment hang in the air instead of rushing to smooth it over. These small withdrawals add up. The unconscious fears stillness, because that's where truth emerges, about others, but more importantly, about ourselves. As Jung noted, what we avoid in silence often reveals what we need to confront. That friend who panics when you don't immediately respond, their reaction speaks volumes about the relationship's actual balance. Your discomfort with saying, "I'll think about it," instead of "yes," exposes where you've outsourced your worth. Breaking availability addiction starts with micro-silences. Pause 5 seconds longer before replying. Sit through the awkwardness after setting a boundary. Each time you do, you're training your nervous system that stillness isn't danger, it's the birthplace of authentic connection. The most surprising part, as you withdraw from draining exchanges, you create space for better ones. Relationships that thrive on mutual respect don't fear pauses, they welcome them. But first, you'll need to sit through the storm that comes when old patterns realize their hold on you is slipping. Choosing to stop being constantly available comes with a price, and you'll notice it immediately in the reactions around you. That friend who called you daily for advice might suddenly call you selfish when you say you're not up for a long talk. The co-worker who dumped last-minute tasks on you might label you uncooperative when you set work boundaries. These aren't coincidences. They're signs the old dynamic is breaking, and people invested in that dynamic will resist. Jung called this phase sacred isolation. Not loneliness, but intentional space to rebuild. The pushback you face isn't about your worth. It's about others confronting a void they'd rather ignore. When you stop over-functioning in relationships, their unresolved needs surface. A partner might accuse you of being cold when you no longer absorb their daily frustrations. Family may claim you've changed when you decline unrealistic